Hello, my name is Carlos Ponce. And this is episode 8 of chest. And I trained triceps too, but I didn't really record that much. And for this first exercise, I'm doing seated bench press. And I started off with 45 for like kind of a warm up, but then I moved up to 90 pounds per arm. Then I like kind of did a drop set towards the end. And yeah, for today's episode I wanted to talk about like love, because I feel like that's a pretty big emotion. It's very broad, it's very like also important to us as people and as beings, I suppose. And I start off with a scripture of 1 Corinthians 13, 4-8, English Standard Version. It goes, "Love is patient and kind. Love does not envy or boast. It is not arrogant or rude. It does not insist on its own way. It is not irritable or resentful. It does not rejoice at wrongdoings, but rejoices with the truth." And I'll kind of try to take it piece by piece, to explain it better. So the first, love is patient and kind. That just kind of, like when you love someone, you're going to like care for them. You're going to take the time to understand and to, just take the time for that person. Like how a mother or father does for their child, So that's what that means. And love does not envy or boast. Boast, for if you don't know, means like when you try to like elevate yourself. Like say for example, I got paid like today, right? And I post online about, oh, I just got paid, showing off my money. That's boasting. That's me trying to make myself like flex essentially. And arrogant or rude is like, well, I'm pretty sure everyone knows what that is, but I'll explain. Arrogant is like, say for example, we're arguing, right? And I'm being arrogant. So I could be like, you can be like, oh, 1 plus 2 is 3. And I'll be arrogant by saying like, nah, it's not. And just disagreeing, I suppose. And rude is obviously, being rude, disrespectful. And when it says it does not insist on its own way, I also feel like that's pretty important, because a lot of the times, a lot of people feel like they're just right. Like a lot of the times. But when you love someone, you have to like make sacrifices, and you have to compromise. You have to compromise for what the other person's needs and wants are. And so I feel like that's pretty important. And the next line is, it is not irritable or resentful. Irritable is so this next exercise I'm doing is incline chest fly machine. Well, that's what the machine is called, I guess. But it's like just a chest fly, but like at an incline. And I really like this machine. I've said it before. It just feels really good, I suppose. But back to scripture. Yeah, irritable is like, yeah, I just looked it up too to explain it better. It's being easily upset. It's being like let's say something comes up, right? Say for example, me and you had a date and something came up you had to like cancel last second. I wouldn't be, or being irritable would be like me getting upset by that, being like, oh, we already had plans, like just cancel whatever else you had, or like something like that. Like that's being irritable. And being resentful is obviously like, say for example, you got more money than me, and I'm resentful of you for that. meaning I like dislike you in a way, or dislike what you have that I do not. And the next line of scripture, it says, it does not rejoice at wrongdoings, but rejoices with the truth. And that's also very important, because say someone we love is doing something wrong, or doing something wrong in their lives. We're not gonna rejoice at that. We're not gonna applaud that if we truly love them. We're gonna be like, hey, like that's wrong, like you're not doing something right. And now I'm doing flat bench press on the Smith machine. I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't very pleased, just because I couldn't do a lot of weight. For this exercise, I only had 245s on, as well as the bar. But like, it still felt like, I don't know, because I don't really do a lot of flat bench with the bar. Just because a lot of times, like, I used to go to commercial gyms, and sometimes they just didn't have Smith machines. Like, at this one Planet Fitness I used to go with my aunt, like, they didn't have it. So I wouldn't try bench pressing, like, with the bar at least. Because I didn't really have a spotter. My aunt couldn't spot me. But yeah. And then where it says, but rejoices with the truth, it's pretty evident, Like, if you're doing something right, then that's good, Like, making money the right way, that's good. And you should be happy of that, you know. Yeah. And that's from scripture. And now I'll just talk about some of the stuff that I know about love, I guess. Um I think I think love and lust get very confused very easily. I think lust can also often be misleading into what love is. And then from loving someone, it can also become lustful, you know. Hmm. Hmm. Yeah. No. No. And a relationship built on lust cannot last, because that's that's what the relationship is built on. It's not built on love. Loving someone is whenever you care for someone, and whenever you want to do good to that person. I'm not just talking about in the sense of being in a relationship. And this last exercise I recorded is seated dips for like triceps and lower chest, or the lower pec. I I heard this one saying that's always stuck with me for like a long time, and it's actually a saying said by Chris Rock, and not exactly in his words. He said that love is like two people carrying a couch. Like, if only one person is carrying it, then it's not easy to move. But when both people are carrying it, it's easy. And that's how I truly feel. Like love isn't something hard, or something that has love isn't something hard, or something that has to be complicated. Like, it's really easy, honestly, just if both people feel the same way, and if both people want love to work. And it's so hard. And I know this firsthand. When you love someone, and when they do not feel the same way, or when they do not love you the way you love them, it hurts. It hurts. But that's just part of life sometimes, then. And love is something truly beautiful, and something one of a kind. And nothing could ever replace love. And it hurts But I pray and I hope that you'll never give up on love, no matter who hurts you, no matter what you've been through. It's better to have love and loss than to have never loved at all. Thank you for listening.
A disgrace, such a disgrace. I love you to infinity and for eternity was a lie she told to my face. Told to my face. My face covered in watery eyes. Never thought someone would ever love me like she said beyond the skies. She said she loved me as much as I loved her, but she lies. But she lies. You lied, I died. This is how I break my tears all dried. You'll still attempt to take you cried, so I tried. But you're just stuff, it couldn't tell me the truth, even for my own sake. But you won't acknowledge me. I'm just another human being, not nor ever happened anything to you. Even 2 years ago when I gave you my heart, said you couldn't relate. Nothing ever hurt more than that. Even the lines on my largest organs would agree. Never felt a pain to this degree. A mask now covers my face. I'm nothing much more but a waste of time, energy, and space. A disgrace, such a disgrace. I love you to infinity and for eternity was a lie she told to my face. I ponder constantly, wondering if I ever fit in this place. But what a waste, we can fit in. We were made to stand out. Loneliness is not something to cry about. But I love you to infinity and for eternity is something I'll never forget about. Cause though you lied about what you said, mine was not something that I did. You lied, I died. This is how I break my tears all dried. You still attempt to take you cried, so I tried. But you're just stuff, they couldn't tell me the truth, even for my own sake. A mask now covers my face. I'm nothing much more but a waste of time, energy, and space. Disgrace, such a disgrace. I love you to infinity and for eternity was a lie she told straight to my face, to my